The opening ceremonies in Pyeongchang are less than a week away, but not all the hazards at this year's games will be on the slopes or on the ice.
The Department of Homeland Security issued a warning about cybercrimes, potentially at the hands of North Korea's vast and very capable hacking operation, one that could target athletes and spectators alike. And some attacks may have already begun. Wired has been covering these concerns, and this morning we are joined by its editor-in-chief, Nicholas Thompson. Nick, good morning.
Good morning, Alex.
Okay, so Wired calls these games a nexus of hacker skullduggery. That sounds
like Andy Greenberg right there. That's good, right?
Dark stuff. What's happening over there?
So what we know so far is there are two major hacks. So the Russians were mostly banned from the Olympics, and they're not happy about that. So they're hacking into individual athletes. They're hacking into organizations. They're trying to show that Russia is not the only country that dopes. So we've got Fancy Bear on the Russian side doing that. Then secondly, we have another large hacking organization. We're not exactly sure who it is, possibly North Korea, but we can't be certain, hacking into basically every Olympic organization, including the ski resorts, the tourism boards. We don't know what the intention is, but lots of hackers have already compromised lots of computers.
Wow.
These are already the most hacked games ever. Is this correct?
I think it's fair to say that's a little hard to define, but I think we can call it that.
And this is not uncommon, though, right? I mean, Olympic Games before have been hacked.
Yeah, so Olympics are, they're sporting events, but they're also a political event. And as we know, hacking is now part of sort of every major political event there is. This time, it's going to be particularly part of it because Russia got banned. Russia is not happy when it's got banned, and there are a lot of hackers in Russia. So they've really set themselves up for this to be complicated.
I mean, as you mentioned, several winter sports federations have already been targeted. I mean, do we know the scope of this? But we don't know the intention, is what you're saying.
Right. We don't know the intention. Surely part of the intention is to expose doping and to kind of make things confusing. There could be much darker intentions, right? It could be that people are trying to hack in and get the information. Lots of famous people go to the Olympics. Lots of rich people go to the Olympics. You could be wanting to hack into them. Possibly, you could want to mess with the games, right? One of the nightmare scenarios would be somebody figures out a way to, I don't know, screw up the figure skating judging, right? And then you have an international disaster. And of course, you could also have, the worst case scenario is the power goes out or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, what about, you say Olympics are a political event. Relations between North Korea and South Korea have been warming. If North Korea is indeed one of these hacking parties, what are the implications as far as that détente, if that's what you can call it?
Yeah, so I don't think South Korea will be particularly happy if it turns out that North Korea has hacked, and it does really disrupt it. So the warming has been going on for not that long a time. Right. The hacking has been going on for much longer. It may be the case that North Korea started a hacking operation before the slight détente. It may be the case that North Korea is doing this anyway, just to have a little bit of leverage. And it may also be the case that it's somebody else, not North Korea, doing this.
If you're attending these games, do you need to worry about this?
Yes, you do. You need to be careful, and you need to have good computer hygiene. You need to use two-factor authentication on all of your accounts. You need to make sure that you don't open any suspicious-looking attachment at all. You need to not use open Wi-Fi. You need to turn off Wi-Fi and Bluetooth when you don't need them. You need to be careful. You may even want to get kind of an old computer that doesn't have any of your personal information on it.
I have one of those already.
And bring that for your browsing.
My old clamshell Mac in the orange color.
Yes, bring the clamshell Mac when you go over there and delete all your files before you get there.
And revisit your emails from the late 90s.
I would delete those too before you head over there, Alex.
Nick Thompson, raising the red flag of warning. Always good to see you. Thanks for your time here.
Thank you.